Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move, I can Now who wanna move, crossing Now who wanna move, but if you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews, where we don't put Drew Sample in the graphic for the tight ends and make everyone mad. See?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, I thought,
dang, straight to
tight
the
end
front,
again this year?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's like a fullback.
Yeah. Number one blocking tight end in the NFL.
What's up, Rob?
What's up, everybody in the
Yeah.
chat?
What's
It is
up,
Monday.
What's up,
Chop
Tyler?
is not feeling well. Greg, well,
Yeah.
he's never feeling well. Just looking
Right.
at him.
Greg, about this time of the day is Greg's time where he's like a zombie. He's dead.
Yeah. After work.
Working outside all day. When a
He's
mower went
gonna
down, a guy had to tow me back to the garage. I'd sit in the back of the mower. I'm freaking out like crazy, thinking the mower's going to jam into the gate or something. Not a fine moment for me. My front mower kept going on the side of the road. And I'm like, great, someone's going to come around and smack me in the mower.
You remember yesterday, Dale, when Greg was like, I'm going to take the day off work. That way I can be real fresh for the show. And he was like, I'm going to work. Fuck the show.
No, it was my
tired
punishment.
again.
It was my
sunglasses
punishment.
out.
It was my punishment for how bad I golfed yesterday. But I did volunteer to wash everybody's balls, though.
I did watch Greg golf.
I had a sack full of balls, and I had a big old ball sack, and I volunteered to wash. When Corey Dillon came around, I said, Corey, you want me to wash your balls? And he didn't know what to say.
You didn't have to be a celebrity, though. Greg came right into the clubhouse after he was done and with his big old ball sack, and was like, here, Chop,
watch my nuts. Although I lost a lot of balls golfing, by the way. I hit too many in the woods. It was not a good day of golfing for me. Oh, man, it was embarrassing. That's why I went to work. I'm like, God told me, Greg, get your ass to work. And speaking of God, I have a very interesting story to tell you all from a week ago.
Let me tell you something, man. I watched Greg golf, and despite the fucking place having hills and whatever valleys, and Greg having a fucking whole bag full of clubs, putters, woods, wedges, whatever, Greg was like putting the whole thing because none of his balls got about over fucking 2 foot in the air. They were like line fucking drives just above the ground for about 20 foot.
They didn't want to sub you in?
No, but they were playing some kind of cheating golf called Scramble anyway, where
cheating golf.
It didn't matter. Greg could hit like 5 foot, and if Matt hit the ball like 2 foot from the hole, that's Greg's next spot, 2 foot from the hole. It doesn't matter that first one that he only hit 20 foot.
Did you make any putts, Greg? Did you make any putts?
I did make one. I did make one.
All right, Greg. You
did make one.
He got his dick out.
That counted in the scramble. One thing that counted in the scramble. It took me 16 holes, but I got there.
He got his dick
holes,
out.
One hit of his that counted, and he putted it in.
What was even worse was, so Santori came and stopped by. He wasn't in his proper golf uniform. He was in his sweatshirt and his Bengal pants. He comes in, never bats left-handed in his life golfing, and just takes and starts hitting the ball. I'm like, God damn you, man.
Yeah.
But no, Santori did a great job.
Hey, Santori also on the last hole, they're all getting finished, and Santori grabs a ball out, and he's going to throw it to the hole. And he was like, last ball, fellas, last ball. And they're all walking off of the green, and he fucking chucks this ball and hits Jimmy right in the fucking knee.
Poor Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did you guys finish in last place, Greg?
No, we finished like second or third. But no, Corey and Nikki, oh my God.
Second or third?
I forget where we finished, but Corey and Nikki were right behind us. Corey and Icky both were yelling at me from behind saying, hey, Savage, you hit the ball yet? Or Corey was giving me the words, but then Icky started chiming in. But I said to myself, 2 Bengal running back legends talking crap to me. I fucking love it, man. I kept saying to them far distance, hey, I'm right here. Hit me right here. Come on, I'm right here. And they're like, Greg, you're talking crap to Corey Dillon. I'm like, yes, I am. That's how well me and Corey know each other.
At a safe distance.
At a safe distance. At a safe distance. But that was around the time I said, Corey, can I wash your balls? He's like,
Yeah, the 16th hole, I think that's where Corey and Icky did the Icky shuffle.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Corey had the best time. Icky had a great time.
Icky Woods, man, I'm telling you,
Joe,
you
no,
want to
please.
talk about a
No.
shit talker? Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
icky. Oh my God.
So in their
Greg, you were just outside the top 10. You fucking trying to tell us you finished second or third. Darth was on your team. You damn. Greg didn't.
Yeah, Darth knows better than I do. I don't even want to
you know who won the whole thing was Foxy.
Yeah, Darth. Hey, Darth. Thank you, Darth. Because I totally forgot, man. I thought we finished second or third. I didn't even freaking know, man. I was so embarrassed myself. Hey, Darth. Hey, shout out to Darth for putting up with me. Darth did what he could. I love you, Darth.
Talk shit about you after you left.
I didn't think Fox's group won. I thought
Corey's student. No, it was Corey, Mike Eversaw, Robert Bart Banker is his name.
I'm not sure his last name. Rob.
Yeah, Icky.
Rob is the guy that does the stuff for Joe Goodberry.
Yep.
The designs.
Yep.
And
he flew in.
And Phil Amrine was on there.
Phil Amrine, yes.
Phil Amrine was on their foursome. There was actually 5 of them, and you should have fucking heard Icky giving it to Phil. Jesus Christ. God. Oh man. And then Phil he had a good putt, and he was like, "Oh hell, look at that going in the hole." And he starts yelling at Phil's wife, like, "You're in trouble tonight. Phil finds the hole. Phil knows how to find the hole. You in trouble tonight." And Phil's wife is like, "I've paid my dues."
But yeah, no. It was a great time yesterday. Awesome charity. Bunch of people showed up. Thank you, Justin.
Oh,
this is a little high school friend of mine, Justin Lack. He actually lives literally right across the street from me now. So, what's up, neighbor?
Joseph Osai was there. They did a live painting of Joseph Osai. And then the guy, just for shits and gigs, I guess he had an extra canvas. He did a live painting of Corey Dillon also.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and it looks like these guys had a good time. I was at graduation party Saturday, graduation.
Well, that's
Sunday.
a lot of fun too, Dale. I was at one Saturday night, and graduation is a lot of fun.
Yeah, how many were you there overnight? Because you said there's like 700 kids.
648. I'll tell you what, graduation makes me think this is why they don't allow guns in the Centos Center, because these motherfuckers hooting and hollering at their kids while you're trying to hear your kid's name. Somebody gets shot. They tell everybody, like, listen, during the name calling, shut the fuck up. They're like, get it out of your system right now. Everybody scream and yell, and they did.
And there's a picture of me got posted on Facebook, not golfing, but just looking good for the camera. The camera was always on me. I don't know why. They kept trying to film me golf. I'm like, dude, don't do that. But
that's the end of my story, Dale. I'll decide to finish it there.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg's just in his own world looking at pictures.
I know. It's like nobody else on there talking. I'll just fucking blurt shit out randomly.
Okay, no, chapter 2 what you're talking about.
I don't even know what it was now, Greg. I told you I'm not feeling well.
Well, I'm not either.
I woke up to a text that Cameron's got tonsillitis, and I said, that must be what I'm feeling in my throat. That didn't.
What's up, Derek?
Oh, he's Derek.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Oh, not much. Getting ready to talk about some tight ends and not Pork Chop's booty, because we all know that's not tight.
Oh, we love some tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're good for your football team to have them.
Exactly.
So, two of our guys are back from last year. The great Drew Sample, Derek's favorite player, my favorite player, everyone's favorite player, the Drew Sample. Signed a 3-year deal in the offseason. PFF grades, overall 60, run blocking 61.5, 68.1 pass blocking. He can do it all. He's Drew Sample, the GOAT. What role do you guys expect for Drew Sample this year?
Fullback.
Yeah.
Fullback.
Ryan Hewitt. Just think of Ryan Hewitt.
Same. I expect the same goddamn thing he's been doing every year.
Lorenzo Neal. He'll be going Lorenzo Neal. He would have been John Connor if we would have kept him on the team from that preseason.
From Terminator?
Yep. Well, not really John Connor, but you get what I'm saying.
What about you, Derek? What's your expectations for Drew Sample? 12 touchdowns, 800 yards?
You're talking the best tight end that we've had in the Andy Dalton era, basically, because he's the only one that's got a multi-year deal, right?
Well,
so I expect him to go out there and continue to ball out like he always has.
With his balls out.
Yeah.
Oh, ball out with your balls out.
An open invitation to Drew Sample to come on the show. We're still waiting. Greg said you would come
But
on the
I
show.
asked him.
He said, Drew, you would, and then you ghosted us. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you won't be Derek's favorite player anymore.
We still love you, Drew.
Yeah.
It's Derek's fucking favorite second-round pick since 1984.
I'm sure Derek has his jersey.
Oh, yeah.
I
Sure Derek's wearing it right now.
So you're going to talk Derek
Yeah.
right into buying another jersey just like that. It was that easy.
Hey, Derek has burnt a jersey mid-season. Let's not forget.
Yep.
Yeah, he might watch
I got
past
a lot
episode.
of heat.
Yeah.
Got a lot of heat for that.
It's probably the film study that Drew's doing. Go watch that
Yeah.
Bengals and Brews episode.
Yeah. So we also have Tanner Hudson back. I'm glad he's back. A little bit more limited snaps last year, so only 276 total snaps. In comparison to Sample, who had about a little over 300. So not like he had a crazy amount. They rotate all their guys. We'll see if anybody kind of steps up this year and has more. But T. Huddy had good PFF numbers, at least 73 overall, 74.5 run blocking grade. That's literally 34 snaps. It's 34 snaps.
What?
Okay. I was like,
Well, here's pass blocking, how many snaps he had. So he had a 52.2 pass blocking grade. You want to know how many snaps? Two.
Two.
2.
So,
Can you technically even because I know they show limitations or something to where if you don't have a certain number of snaps. they
Yeah,
really
I
can't
had to
grade it
take
out,
that
right?
off. I had to take that off to
Yeah.
get his numbers.
Okay.
So he wouldn't have qualified to be ranked. That's why he doesn't have a rank beside his name. Drew Sample was 35th overall tight end per PFF, if you're wondering. And then Gesicki, who we brought in, played for New England last year, Miami before that. He had a 55.7, 51st overall tight end. So I know New England's quarterback situation wasn't great, but Gesicki only had 200 and some yards. Some people, I'm not going to say in the chat, but some people think Gesicki is just going to be phenomenal, and I hope he's good. But the last couple years have been the worst 2 years he's had. Before that, he had a couple 700-yard seasons and almost a 600-yard season before that.
Dale, what do you expect? He had Mac Jones throwing the ball and zapping. What do you expect? And two, man.
But the year before in Miami, he had
Okay, he had Waddle and Smith. There wasn't enough to go around. There's no worries anymore, Dale. We got this.
don't worry.
You're
Dale.
definitely banking on the upside on this pick for sure, because
pass
you
production
can't-
2020 to 2019 to 2021 production.
But you know what, Derek, that I am banking on right now? A trip to
Yes, sir.
Midwest Best Barbecue and 50 West Beer. That's what I'm banking on right now.
Oh,
Crash
yeah.
sponsors of the show. That's what I'm fucking banking on.
I'm getting ready to drive by it right now.
Well, it's not open. Midwest Best Till Wednesday, bro.
Hey, fucking
Oh, I can't
Derek's
do it.
driving around right now drinking a 50 West.
There you go.
JK.
Yeah.
That's just jokes, folks. Derek does not drink while he's driving unless
I
it's
do
a
have
frosty
moonshine in the fridge right
cup
now.
of Mountain Dew or Coca-Cola
Or
or
jizz.
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 Are we doing 2 truths and a lie right now? Is that what we're doing? Or?
Yeah, because he don't drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, he's
Dustin
fucking
Cross
hates
with
Mountain Dew.
Dustin Croft with a $5 super chat. Thank you, kind sir. Said, since we're talking tight end, do you guys think there'll be a scheme change coming? I don't think it's necessarily just going under center. He thinks it's going to be a whole revamp.
No, it never changed because Burrow was hurt most of the time. If you remember when Browning came in, they were using the tight ends a lot more, going under center a lot more. They wanted to do all that stuff. They just couldn't with Burrow's injury, remember?
Well, it did change because they were going more 12 personnel under Browning. Now, we don't know exactly what they're going to do. We've heard there is more under center, but as far as the scheme change, I don't know if one's coming. I don't think there'll be a complete revamp.
No.
Not with Zach being here, Dan Pitcher. It's not like it's a new offense coordinator. It's still the same offensive guys that have kind of been here. I'd be surprised if it's a completely different scheme. I think it's just they've got more depth. They've got more pieces for the future as far as the 2 guys they drafted. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. And the 2 guys being Eric Gall and then Tanner McLaughlin, obviously.
And I also think Eric Hall's going to start season on the pup, most likely, correct?
Yep.
I mean,
It
he's out
seems
there
that
doing
way,
drills and
right?
stuff.
I did hear that he was expecting to be ready by the time training camp starts. So
They're all
I
expecting that
haven't
shit.
heard anything. So
But look, they're not going to rush him.
You could go out there right now and fucking cut one of them, both their legs off, and they'd be like, I feel like I'll be ready for camp.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And it'll make it easier for the roster, right? If everybody's healthy at that time and he hasn't practiced that much, we're not going to rush this. We'll put you on the PUP list. If you're progressing later in the season, we'll pull you off the PUP list. We'll get you practicing. We'll have a few weeks built in there to get you up to speed. So I just think that's the route that's most likely also for Eric Gall.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you feel like you got better depth, right, this year.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
The minimum games played has changed, right? Or not games played, but games you have to sit out. Isn't it like 3 games now when you're on the PUP?
I don't know. I think PUP is still 6 weeks, but like when you go on the injured reserve, there is you can bring guys back after 3. Maybe PUP's changed too. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I was still thinking maybe PUP was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Someone in chat might be able to tell us.
Maybe so.
Chat's always on it.
We rely on the chat. How many weeks?
Honestly,
Eric
the
Gall
chat
goes on
should
the
probably
PUP.
be doing the Bengals and Brews podcast, not us.
Yeah.
They probably do more preparation than some of you.
That's why they're part of the show. That's why we call them the Brew Crew.
Yep. They get paid just as much as we do.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. A lot of times more.
Well, Dustin doesn't because he just gives the money.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The CEO, he's paying everybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Eric Gall, 437 yards at Michigan in 2021 was his best year. But last year at Iowa, coming off the back surgery, he had 300 yards in 7 games. So at Michigan, that 437 was in 13 games. So he was on pace to have his best season yet, playing for Iowa, who does not have shit for offense every single year. He was basically the only guy producing in that offense for them last year prior to injury. So there's definitely some flashes with Eric Gall. We're excited to get him in here. And then Tanner McLaughlin, I mean, he's put up 2022, 456 yards, 2023, 528 yards. So almost 500 or more, back-to-back seasons in Arizona. I'm excited about Tanner. I know he's already 25 years old. Derek said he don't give a shit about that. We're not talking Drew Sample. He's out of here.
Right.
Now, Tanner McLaughlin, that was probably one of my favorite picks. He broke the NFL's best all-time record, his school record at Arizona. So that's a plus right there.
He broke an NFL record at Arizona?
He broke Gronk's all-time record at Arizona. And the Gronk was the best tight end of all time.
Yeah,
Not
and
anymore.
this just tells you how bad Iowa is because, yes, even though he got hurt and started 7 games, he still led their team in receiving for the season.
And
local kid, man, from Fairfield High School.
Yes, he was. No, I had a buddy of mine tell me about him, how he kind of knew his family. He says, keep an eye on him. Now, the only thing with all is I just don't know if I would have taken him in the 4th round in Dale. I think you can kind of agree to that.
Yeah, I mean, I just had him 5th, but, even when Cummings was on here, once you get into day 3, it's day 3.
Where's he at, though, if you took away every single injury concern?
Man,
he's number 2.
It's just so hard to say because to me, I just always factor that in. If somebody's had a back surgery and an ACL, I mean, he was looking good. He's a very good route runner. That's the thing. Like his ability to create some separation just with his route running ability is most impressive, and I think Joe will love that. And he's a solid blocker on top of being a good pass catcher. So it's just keeping him on the field. But I don't think he's a huge impact this year unless, we just hit with a ton of injuries. Because for once, I feel like we actually have depth there.
Oh, yeah. I would agree that, the 2 areas I think that we improved the most is safety and tight end.
Yeah, I mean, from last season.
I mean, running back could be, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, and I mean, we still had Chase Brown, and Joe Mixon. So if you're saying Joe Mixon, Zach Moss.
I'm just saying, if Chase Brown has a good year and Zach Moss has a good year, then the running back room improved. But it's almost kind of like lateral right now. It's just kind of the same. in my opinion. But the tight end room definitely improved. Probably the biggest area of improvement in the offseason, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
Well, because to me, you brought back the top two guys you had last year, being Drew Sample and Tanner Hudson. They're both here. They have that familiarity. They have that trust. They know the system. You know, they know what Joe Burrow likes, where he wants you to run your routes. So they have that. And then you're adding Gesicki. So even if he doesn't get all the way back to what he was in Miami there for those few years when he was just a phenomenal pass catcher, he's still a weapon. And he's 6'6", you know, big target.
And then, you know, raise your hand if you wanted, like, Irv Smith back.
Yeah.
Hey, chop. We need those crickets.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. And I was excited for Irv Smith, you know. Like, I was like, okay, you know, he's a second-round guy. You know, if it was a simple, like, if he can stay healthy type thing, it didn't matter.
Hey, I'm also excited for Irv Smith now going to Kansas City. That'll be nice if they can have him.
I was even thinking about it. I'm like, hey, we're going to draft a tight end, so it's no big deal in the draft. We got a tight end ready, and we did not take one, and all of a sudden they pull a 180 on me and take two this year, which I'm cool by. I'm just so excited we finally got a loaded tight end room. That's all I care about.
I got a loaded tight end.
I got
to take a dump before the show, but somebody was in the bathroom.
Yeah. Did Irv retire? I haven't seen that Irv retired. I thought he was with Kansas City.
No, he was Kansas City.
They drafted Jared Wiley. I think they have Noah. Do they have Noah Gray back? And then obviously Kelsey. So I don't even think it's a lock he makes their team.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's pretty good now. He could just stay injury free.
Yeah.
Stay away from those injuries, Swerving Irvin.
He was not good here. I think we can all agree. No. He was just not good. I mean, I've seen way more flashes when he was in Minnesota, but he was not good here, like at all.
When he finally kind of passed, he fumbled like at the 1 yard line or something. And
it was so funny too. He was like, remember when we drafted him? He was like, he picked Joe Burrow over Tua, who was his college quarterback.
Right.
Like, he could have went to Miami, but he picked Joe. Well, thank you, Irv. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Could have picked two.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll be a good competition, right? We'll see if, and they can roster four, especially Drew having a little versatility. But do you guys think they could roster all five?
Not in one game. I think they'll keep all five, but one of them will definitely be on.
Have they ever kept five on the 53?
Well, what if one of them is not
one's
listed
a fullback?
as a tight end?
No, that's the catch. One is a fullback.
But we haven't had a fullback listed on our roster for probably 10 years.
Well,
maybe this year they go
four max.
Maybe this year they go five tight ends / fullback.
I'll tell you what. It'll be really interesting to see once the training camp, depth chart, official depth chart or unofficial depth chart comes out to see if they are in fact putting Drew Sample at fullback.
That is true.
Because I'm going to say if he is still a tight end, they will stick with four, and somebody will end up a practice squad guy. I hope not, but
if it comes down,
you already know who that's going to be.
If it comes down to Tanner Hudson or McLaurin, one of those guys is going to get picked up from another team.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure because Hudson could have signed somewhere else. And he's 29 years old already. Now, I love Hudson. I think, I don't know. I do think it would be hard to keep them, but we think that every year. But it's kind of different now with the expanded practice squads, and it just seems like guys don't get snagged up as often now. They still do times. Well,
you can have practice squad players that you can still keep, right? That teams can't touch, right?
But the first round of cuts, you have to make them available to waivers. So they have to be cut and put on waivers with your initial cuts. Once they're on there, then you can protect them through the first, for like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, 3 or 4 weeks of the season, you can protect them.
All right, let me ask you this. Who has a better chance of getting picked up, Hudson or McLaurin? Like, say if one of those guys got put on practice squad.
You mean Tanner McLaughlin?
McLaughlin. I kept saying McLaurin. God damn it. McLaughlin. God damn it.
I would think it would be McLaurin for sure because...
And then you said McLaurin.
Fuck, Derek.
What the fuck? Get your shit together, Derek.
Get your shit together.
What's wrong with me?
No, it's okay. But no, seriously.
I think it would be McLaughlin for sure. I think you have a good chance where if Tanner Hudson has to go be cut, that you'll be able to bring him back, because he was on the practice squad for a while before they actually brought him up, and he kept being passed over by however many other teams, and there were tight end needy teams out there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Plus, McLean's gonna fucking
John
ball
fucking
out.
McLean at this point, whatever his name is, McLaurin, McLean, McLaughlin.
McLean. Going back to the old McDonald's McLean burger.
Funny thing is, I was okay with not picking a tight end in the draft this year. I was perfectly fine not taking a tight end. I'm like, no, we're fine, but
we came out of this draft. I think we did good as far as tight ends in this draft. Eric Hall is our tight end of the future that can do it all.
Yes,
and does a good job at it. If he can just stay in one piece.
Hudson and McLaughlin are both almost 29, as Chris said.
McLaughlin, he's like, what, 25?
He's 25, but that's the joke because he's a rookie.
Right.
25-year-old rookie.
Are we going?
Come on, Greg, it's a joke.
Him John McClain, Matt McClain.
That's right. Die Hard Dinger.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey. I mean,
there you go.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey is going to make the team over Hudson.
All right.
But didn't they put Hudson on the practice squad last year a couple times?
Yes.
Like, floating back and forth. So I think he'd be fine.
Yeah.
McLaurin, I don't think so.
And we'll just see how they perform in preseason. But, it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, would you guys be surprised? Would you guys be surprised if one of them got cut? Like, if one of the 5 tight ends got cut, would it surprise?
No, because so if everyone is healthy, I don't think they roster that many. Like,
McLovin.
I don't think they can.
McLovin.
Tanner McLovin.
McLovin.
Eric. Yeah, Tanner McLovin. We do have 2 Tanners. Tanner Hudson, Tanner McLaughlin.
McDowell's. I like that.
Oh, the battle of the Tanners.
Knock off Big Mac.
The battle of the Tanners.
Chop, make a T-shirt. Tanner McLovin.
You do that.
Tanner McLovin.
Let's have him make the team first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's let this 6th round pick do something. I got enough T-shirts that nobody fucking buys.
And Sylvester says, I say they keep McChicken over Hudson. So at this point, it's just Mick everything, honestly.
Mick Fears.
Right.
Maybe it is literally Mick everything.
Mick everything. Tanner Mick everything.
Yeah.
Tanner Make Everything. I like that. No, Evan Make Everything. All right, we got to write that down as another nickname.
No, I think that we're going to keep Tanner McLaughlin. No, I think he's going to be a good piece for us in the future because doesn't this guy run routes really good? He's a former wide receiver, right?
Yeah, former wide receiver.
Not a great blocker.
No.
Is he very comparable to Gesicki in a way, Dale? Like he could really learn well from Gesicki, do you think?
Well, I know this is in college, but run blocking was, at least for McLaughlin in college, 53.8 per PFF. Pass blocking, 69.0. Nice. Whereas Gesicki, his pass blocking was 78.7, which that sounds good, right? Four snaps the whole season.
Damn.
4.
Well, he did good. Dale, that's called making the best out of your opportunities.
I guess. But his run blocking, where he had 174 snaps, he was a 35.1 Gesicki. So you're not asking him to go in there and open up a lane for Zach Moss or Chase Brown or Ickey Woods or Corey Dillon, because there ain't going to be a hole if he's opening it.
No.
You'll need Corey Dillon in his prime.
You're going to need someone to plow through.
Yeah.
So if Gesicki comes out there this year, probably shouldn't be a run play.
No. Or they're passing, and you can still keep him in pass protection for 4 snaps. You got 4 all season.
You get 4 a year.
Yep.
Maybe this is the year he'll do 5.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of times tight ends are in and it's a pass play. They're not asked to block. They're going to run the route. But
well, how good does Travis Kelce block? Is he a good blocker? He's not a good blocker, is he?
I think he's decent. He's not.
Decent? Or would you consider Travis a willing blocker?
Yeah, willing blocker.
Blocker.
That's
all we need then. Travis Kelce.
Best blocking tight end of all time is Gronk. Oh, by the way, best all-around tight end of all time.
George Kittle is the best all-around right now.
Yeah, but
he's a phenomenal blocker.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. The whole fucking tight end
I'm not saying George Kittle was Gronk.
Okay, just making sure. Don't.
I'm saying right now, Gronk is retired. I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. Yeah, George Kittle. That's a fair statement.
Don't you think Shannon Sharp changed the fucking position?
Oh yeah, I'm not getting into. We'll do the Hall of Fame stuff.
But anyway,
we'll make fun of Greg another day that Gronk is not tight end one of all time.
Yeah. Well, this guy's from Gronk's college and beat all Gronk's records. So if that stands true, then this guy's the new best tight end ever in the history of the NFL. Greg.
Yeah. And I agree, Mr. Decepticon. Definitely Kittle for the best all around because he can do both very well.
Apparently Gronk can't read though. We can't read. But he does know when Bitcoin is a fucking scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did know.
I did know that.
Not real money.
It's not real money.
And that roast was funny. I ended up watching it. And
I watched the Nikki Glaser thing on HBO on Max last night.
You'd like to watch her on Skinamax, wouldn't you?
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, she says her pussy looks like a fucking bunch of meat curtains. So, I mean, she literally says that.
I mean,
she talked about gravity taking control of her pussy. So who knows? No. She looks.
This is what she said, by the way.
This is what
Chop's
she
not
said.
being sexist. These are her words. The comic, not Chop. Greg
She said that motherfucker's like Arby's. That's where they got the beef.
But yeah, Gesicki cannot block. Worth the shit. But that's okay. He's not here to block.
Nope.
One other thing that with all these guys, they're all listed at like 6'5" or 6'6". Now I think all and Sampo are closer to 6'4", but I mean, big targets. All being listed at all of the tight ends, not Eric All, but all of the tight ends being listed at 6'5", 6'6". Pretty. They got a type. They weren't going for the kid out of Florida State. They weren't going for the 6'1", 6'2" tight end. Something to keep in mind in the future.
6'4" is good, man, because defensive backs aren't usually 6 foot.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
sometimes you get the rare guys that are like 6'2". Like this next class will have some like Will Johnson from Michigan, so early top, and those guys typically go in like the top 10. Patrick Peterson had good size, went 5th overall. So,
yeah. Trey Flowers.
Yeah, but that's the good size. You get guys like Tariq Woolen, that are like listed at around 6'4", but they're rare. There's not a whole lot of those guys, and even when you get them, they're usually not like your superstar shutdown guys because it just takes so much lateral agility and everything else for that position. It's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Derek,
what up?
I don't know. You're being awful quiet. We're not even hearing that much road noise today. And
I know. I left the truck at home. I got my car back, and it's been nice. I can actually hear myself think. Are you trying to hear me think right now?
Again.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. And Greg's camera goes off, and then when it comes on, he's always got a mouthful of something.
Cheeto fries. No, it's Cheeto Cool Ranch fries. Those little chewable fries thing, they're really chewy. They're addictingly chewy.
Yeah. There's some corners that are 6'3" and 6'4", but not very many, man.
Right.
A lot of them are still like 5'11". If they're 6 foot even, that's really probably close. I mean, the average probably 5'11", 6 foot, and that's not even counting slot receivers.
Guess what's in Greg's mouth? It's our new
segment brought to you by
new segment,
Midwest Best Barbecue.
Guess what's in Greg's mouth? He turns off the camera. That's
how
it's a cock. It's a cock.
Swiss cheese at Kroger's. Damn it, that pissed me off.
My guess every time it's just a cock.
So Greg had to go with the fucking Cool Ranch Cheetos.
No, I have pepper jack cheese, but you guys don't want to see me with that.
Oh, it probably looks a lot different.
We don't want to see you with any of it, Greg. But
what's that deal? You want to see with pepper jack cheese? I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with this guy,
we
Jeff?
love seeing that mouthful of fucking soggy, wet food.
So Dustin is tossing out more money, so you got to show him your boobs, Chop. Show him the boobs.
Oh,
what new trends do you predict this year in the NFL? Thank you, Chop. That's what you get. You're getting your $2 worth this time, Dustin. Woo! Look at that. Hey. All right. But new trends in the NFL.
Should see what I do for $3.
I think Derek's favorite is the tush push, but I don't even think that Philly will do it as much with Kelsey retiring. So it's almost a
That'll
reverse trend.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if they do keep it at it, because I mean, you can't just let one center or one player on the offensive line completely take you away from what you're good at, you know?
For me, I want to say every year that teams are going to start running the ball more. Like, get back to really being physical and running the ball. Not just Bengals, but league-wide. Because of these smaller linebackers that people have got for coverage and this and that, you know, it's, oh, God. That's for your
just
wife.
showing Tyler's wife a little nip again.
Yeah, in case she wanted it a second time.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 of them. If you want a second opinion, just go to the other side.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I just keep expecting at some point, when are we going to get back to, you know, physical football? Because I feel like everything's a cycle. So at some point, when are teams going to start running more to take advantage, you know, of teams having 3 or 4 defensive backs out there and linebackers that weigh 220 pounds at times?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll happen, though, this year, but sometime.
I could definitely see teams against us wanting to run the ball more, just because of the loss of DJ Reader itself. I mean, you would think at the beginning of the year teams are going to want to test that and kind of see where we're at, because, I mean, hell, last year you saw the metrics, you saw the advanced stats. We were, I mean, close to dead last, if not dead last, against the run last year.
Yeah, and that scares me, especially now that Baltimore has King Henry.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fucking
yeah, I
big
probably
time.
shouldn't call him King Henry now that he's an op, right?
No, he's the court jester. Now.
That little bitch.
That little bitch.
I think his high school highlights were floating around again the other day. Like, I think I seen them a long time ago. But just ridiculous, man. Dude was like the same size in high school, just faster than everybody, bigger, stronger than everybody.
When you guys were in school, did you ever play against an NFL, somebody that made it to the NFL?
No, bro. I'm from Portsmouth.
Well, I played against.
We didn't even have football.
You remember Dana Stubblefield?
Yep.
I played against Dana Stubblefield in the fucking 7th grade, man. This dude was like fucking 7 foot tall, and none of us had even hit puberty and shit. And we're out there. This is a fucking full-grown man. Our coach dressed for practice and played against us to get us ready for Dana Stubblefield.
How'd it go?
Dana Stubblefield fucking killed us.
Well,
it turns out that guy was pretty good. Many years in the NFL before being arrested for fucking around with his fucking, I think it was his babysitter or some shit. Local boy.
Yeah. I had, like, it's funny watching, like this year I was watching the our high school basketball boys basketball, or high school boys basketball, sorry. And I thought that was pretty darn good. And then I got to watch them go up against Dale, one of the teams from Portsmouth, and just seeing the size difference in the boys from Portsmouth compared to our players.
We have big dicks.
Yeah.
Hey.
None of these guys are going to ever make it big.
Oh, you're fucking around, but little does people know that Dale was a fucking basketball superstar back in the day.
I wouldn't use the word superstar.
Superstar, fucking Dale. You were good.
Oh, God.
I was decent.
It was your sport, basketball, wasn't it?
I did love me some basketball.
I mean, you love basketball so much you played soccer just to stay in shape when basketball season was off, right?
Yes.
Boom. Super fucking star.
See? Chop, man, the more you know.
Of fucking Portsmouth, Dale Altman.
I would not go that far.
I would, Dale. And fuck them if they say any different. I'll buy a piece of land out there and make a statue. Land
you got to win that lottery first.
You can get an acre of land in Portsmouth for $5.75.
I wish that were true.
It's in the middle of the fucking woods.
It's on a hill.
It's not accessible. It's not accessible by helicopter only. But it's there.
All right, Greg. What do you got, Greg? You got to have something good here.
Well, I just had to freaking blow my nose from eating all that freaking pepper jack cheese I stuffed in my mouth. I cleared out all my sinuses.
Hindsight, right?
Pepper jack cheese isn't even spicy.
Spicy for me, so be quiet. Just kidding.
Yeah, Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
When you shove a bunch of it in your mouth, yeah.
I got something spicy shove in your mouth.
Oh, man, there's so much to say there.
Yep.
You shove a bunch of it in your mouth, he says.
Yep.
Is that it?
Anywho, so
anything else about the tight ends or move on?
No, it'll be I just get the preseason. That'll be what I'll have my closest eye on is the tight ends in the preseason.
Let me just say that I'm really looking forward to our tight end group this year, and not so much Tanner Hudson because we know what we had, not so much Mike Gesicki, but I want to see these two new guys and see how they do because these are the two that we got next year. Hudson, he's an outlier. You know, he signs these 1-year deals with us. Gesicki only signed a 1-year deal. Unless he balls out this year and he's going to come back again next year for another $2 million, I doubt it.
Well, and Hudson will be 30 next year. You know, he's already 29 and a half. He's going to turn 30 this season. So
right.
He's not back. I'm saying, you know how the Bengals are with that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is probably his last season here, regardless. And with the rookies, you know, as you mentioned.
Yeah. But I feel good about the tight end room. I want to say that going into this year, I'm very pleased with how we handled the tight ends in the draft.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, you know, that even if it's later in the season or whatever, and Eric Hall, if he doesn't start out, but we see some flashes of something from both of those guys. Because like you said, you know, then they'll be here, they'll be under contract for 4 years, so 3 more after this one. And they'll have sample for this year and 2 more after. So you've got 3 guys potentially, you know, and you're not worried about these 1-year deals again next year. If all goes well and they show the flashes you're hoping to see.
Exactly.
Be nice to be like, all right,
Yeah.
who we signing for damn near or 1 year, $3 million? You know, that's almost every year.
Yeah. And honestly,
I like it. Tight end.
I could really see Huddy coming back for another year.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, unless something were to happen and he gets 800-900 yards this year, and if that happens, that's worst case for us because that means that Mike Gesicki probably is hurt, and then probably one of the 2 rookies got hurt because I don't see him getting that much done. But anyway, if he does come back next year, it'll be for a minimum deal as well because I don't see him getting very much in the open market.
Yeah, unless they lose McLaughlin. Go ahead, Chubb.
I was just going to say, Tina says that she hopes that he's better than Jackson Carmen for Fairfield High School. I'm going to say, girl, same. Hell
We're
yeah.
hoping he's more Angelo Dawkins superstar.
There you go.
Even though it's WWE.
Yeah.
Also from Fairfield.
We need that Fairfield Doc to come
Last Jackson Carmen. Well, there's no reports that we know about of Eric Hall being a piece of shit off the field.
You're right.
Like, well, there were reports of a certain other person.
Yep. That's true. Fucking idiot.
Well, I'm surprised the Bengals still took him. Like, he wasn't a second-round talent anyways. And if there's even questions that he did something to a female.
They must be friends with the goddamn family. Why is he still even on the team? What the fuck, man? Him and Chris Evans. Them 2 guys probably fucking hang out and play Xbox together.
At least Chris Evans has shown some actual talent.
He did score a touchdown against Kansas City, and so for that, we thank him. I'm just saying, though, man, like, Jackson Carmen's just like an anomaly. Like, literally, like, I'm pretty sure that Mike Brown's fucking wife has been at Tupperware parties with Jackson Carmen's grandma or some shit. Like, they made a deal back in the day for a fucking fruit peeler. Like, I really wanted that fruit peeler. We're like, well, I got a grandson that's going to be playing football. Maybe one day he come play for the Bengals. And they're like, give me that goddamn, I need to fucking peel an orange. Well,
we'll make sure we get him in this. We'll take him in the second round, even if he doesn't deserve to go there.
You throw in that watermelon baller, and I'll never cut that guy. Oh shit! Here we go, fruit peeler and a watermelon baller.
I don't know. Are we talking
Bengal for life,
chef, or are we talking like
pampered chef? Derek says.
No, we're talking Tupperware, man.
This is back in the day. There was no pampered chef.
Fucking Jackson Carmen is not worth pampered chef. Fucking Derek, watch your mouth. Tupperware, borderline, man.
Yeah. Are these 31 bags, or what are we doing here?
Derek's really into this conversation now. Tina said the deal for a fruit pillar. Her niece went to Fairfield with Eric All and said he's a nice guy. We have heard nothing but similar things.
Yes.
That he's a terrific character guy. And hopefully the injuries are behind him. Because that sucks, man. Back surgery
Right.
and then the ACL, once you get back off of that.
He's got some bad ones, man. Like the only worst injury would be like TBI and a massive car accident or something. Like this dude had spinal surgery and an ACL.
Can't say that, Chuck. Can't put that in the universe.
Well, that would be. I'm a medical professional, man. That is a worse injury. If you get a TBI and a car wreck, that's worse than spinal surgery and ACL.
Fair.
I went to nursing school, man. They taught us that in one of the nursing classes that
Proud of you.
I paid real close attention to.
That the only one? Did you pay attention to all the classes or just that one?
I also enjoyed recess.
Didn't have recess in nursing school, job.
Oh.
Did you take a recess when you weren't supposed to?
Yeah, I did have recess. I had 3 recesses.
Maybe they let you take a recess just to get you out of there.
Yeah.
Well,
Were you distracting the other people?
Come think of it, there were no swings or slides. It was just a parking lot. There was a lot of cars you had to keep moving around. Cars would be out there driving around in it.
They were trying to get you ran over.
Well, plan foiled. Here I am.
You did it.
Didn't work.
Suck it.
Good thing I was really fucking big and people didn't want to hit me with the car because there also might be damage to the vehicle.
Yeah. Maybe we have another tight end. Sedesher says maybe they'll line Mims up.
What the fuck, man? If he lined up as a tight end.
Oh, my God.
Well, he could be the guy that comes in and reports as eligible, and maybe he'll even catch a touchdown. Greg got so excited about it, he had to turn his camera on.
Yeah, they were talking about punt returns on Jeff's show, and I was just like, fuck it. Just kick it off to Mims and let him just grab that fucking ball like he's carrying a fucking peanut and just walk to the end zone. Slap motherfuckers as they come. Slap them side to side and walk into the end zone.
I just want to see Mims line up, point to the sideline like he's getting ready to run a route, and then just go out there and just freaking plow some guys over. He gets lined up. He gets matched up with a linebacker.
So what I'm hearing, Derek, is you want to see our new tight end, our new right tackle, Amarius Mims, plow guys.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. You just can't wait to see him plow guys.
Quote me.
I don't have to. You already said it.
Quoted yourself.
Yeah, you quoted yourself. I don't want to see that on the football field, but I'm not going to lie. I probably will watch.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, what's the next topic?
Go ahead, Greg.
No, next topic. Oh, I didn't know I was getting thrown in here. Next topic. Well, I don't want to steal many topics of the future, but
you said something about God earlier, and you had a story for us.
Oh shit! I was hoping that would be Barry, but
you're the one who brought it up. No one said anything.
Yeah, quote.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So hey, all I can tell you all is make sure you have a family member around in case something like this happens. Remember, this could be you in a situation. I was taking a walk one Wednesday night, and I clearly I ate something that did not agree.
I know the story.
I'm taking a walk. I tried to call, and my stomach's erupting. I had to call. I've done this before. I've had to call a family member to pick me up a couple times, but nobody was available. My brother-in-law was available, but by the time he was coming, I was sitting on the steps of a church. I'm like, man, God wants this out right now and all that, man. And so I'm looking around the bushes. Now I can't go in there. The bushes are big enough for me to hide behind to go. I'm looking around, freaking out. My head is literally what the hell am I going to do? I start
contemplating shitting in the bushes.
I start getting excited.
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about going. I had no other choice, man. What the hell?
Shit in the bushes at the fucking Presbyterian church.
At a Presbyterian church, and so I'm freaking out, and I see a car's parked right there. I open it inside. Okay, nobody hears me. So I see, okay, restroom right over there.
He went inside.
And I almost went inside the women's restroom by mistake, and I caught myself. And keep in mind, when I found the restroom, the door was open, the lights were turned off. I guess somebody just cleaned in there. So I go in there. I drop a big old chili bowl in there, man.
Murdered.
It's liquidy chili. I don't know what the hell it was. But yeah. And so I clean up, and I said to myself, do I leave this exactly the way I found it? But I said to myself, don't stink up the church, man. God's not going to like that. So I freaking I do my business, close the door, make sure it's all inside. Don't let the stink out. And I didn't even tell it. I think I heard someone in there. I'm like, you know what? Just get the hell out of there so they don't know you were there. Although the janitor.
Greg walks up to somebody, dude, I just took a massive dump.
Yeah, probably the person who just cleaned it. They just cleaned it. They got done cleaning for the night. I ain't going to have to deal with no shit, literally. No more shit.
Well, see, sometimes he's like, no. The good news was it was all liquid, so it goes straight down the toilet. You don't leave any stains on the side of the toilet.
This poor guy or woman was like, you know what? Right before I leave, I'm going to go double check, make sure everything's tidied up, everything's all in order, and opens that door and just gets blasted.
Yeah,
with Greg.
That's what I'm saying, man. Somebody's gonna be walking and they're gonna open that fucking door and be like Satan punched him right in the face.
And no, later that night, my stomach wasn't done with me yet.
So he drove back up to the Presbyterian church.
No. It was in my own toilet. I had to puke. I'm like, I thought I was gonna crap and puke at the same time. You're in a situation, you have to make a decision the last second. I'm like, do I go get my trash can? I'm like, man, no time to think. And so I literally am just I'm at the toilet, man. And I'm like, oh, please tell me I'm not going to shit and puke at the same time like I did one time. Hey, buddy, I puked it all out. I didn't crap. I just did one thing, and that was it. I puked. I thank the Lord again. God saved me twice that day.
Yeah, I'll bet God was like, as soon as you walked into that bathroom and started shitting, God was like, who the fuck left the door open? God damn it.
Well, no, my dad made me dinner. It was rice and chicken with some type of weird mustard.
John the Baptist, was it? You came in last, weren't you son of a bitch? You didn't lock the fucking door. Greg came in here and dropped the deuce. God damn it. I mean,
bro, that was my pleasant night. And so
going. Me,
Greg's
damn it.
Pleasant night.
Me, damn it. Greg, me, damn it.
My God damn it. I told Dylan stories just like, right. You said, thank God that you said, God damn it, man. I mean, so can anybody top that? Anybody have a story that can top that?
I'm about to top it right in this chair.
I do have one follow-up question to this. With as much cheese as you eat, how in the world did you blast things all over the place?
I don't know, it is what it is, man. My dad made some type of weird honey mustard chicken. I don't know what the hell it was. Excuse me.
If I ate as much cheese as you eat, I wouldn't poop for a week.
Well, dude, I go once a day, sometimes twice a day, bro.
Sometimes in the bushes.
Sometimes
no.
in the church.
Well, there is this other. No, I'm not going to tell this story. No, this one's too.
So that's imagine getting on a list because some old lady catches you dumping in the bushes by a church.
I think he's talking about when he went skinny dipping at church camp.
No, not that. I was on a camping trip, and I'm like, I kept asking questions. What do you have to do if you have to go number 2? They're like, oh, it's quite simple. You dig a hole.
Quite simple, young man.
It's like you dig a hole. Problem is with me, the hole wasn't that deep enough.
Greg out shit the hole,
right?
I had to bury that thing really good. I probably had to get a tractor or something to dig a hole for myself.
I don't think this was a tight end conversation anybody thought.
Well, it's Greg's tight end.
No.
Yeah.
So loose.
Greg's tight end.
Get the backhoe.
Yeah. So that's my story, man. Hey, so I'm just no. This is safety tips from Savage. This could be you in a situation. So think about it.
randomly.
Always make sure you have a family member on hold in case you're in the walkie in the middle of nowhere. Or what if I just knocked on some stranger's bathroom? Hey, I need to take a crap in your toilet. Can I go now?
Yeah, I don't advise that.
So, moral of the story.
Okay.
The good Lord.
Okay, Derek. Say if I'm out in the country where you live, I'm taking a walk, man. There's nowhere to go, and I see your house. You don't know me. I'm some stranger, and I come screaming and hollering at your door. Say, can I use your toilet? What would you say to me?
I had somebody ask if they could use the restroom Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Was it Greg?
Was it me?
No, it was some Amish lady.
Did she come in and drop a fucking deuce in your toilet?
No, it wasn't. She had to only do a number one. She didn't even have enough time to wash her hands, I don't think.
Damn.
Well, you let her in.
Some
You
fucking
invited
person
her
in
in.
your house.
All right, this is awesome. I like
wash
this
your hands.
Yeah, it was kind of nasty.
That's weird.
Well,
been a
and then you
serial
went and ate
killer,
some of them Amish donuts, right? That they're making with those same hands.
Then she went right back to making the donuts.
Yes.
When I told Chap my story, Chap's like, Greg, this has to be talked about. I'm like, yeah, Super Bowl, Austin. This is this big Super Bowl. Savage Share Chronicle.
Make sure don't open the door during service.
No, don't open the door during service. No, do not open. That person opened. They'll mention it. That person opened that door. I'm praying for God for you right now, bro.
But
it's probably
the good Lord said his doors are always open, but I don't think that's what he meant for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever have any Dear Greg questions you need answered, just DM the show, and we'll ask Greg live.
Yeah.
Just DM the show.
Dear BSG.
Well, I was in Michigan one time taking a walk, and there was plenty of forest in Michigan, so that was the good news. I could have easily gone to the woods, but I took it like a man and made it to home. But, man, back to the hotel room. But, man.
Greg just randomly walks in a state like, boy, there's a lot of woods if I got a shit here.
Just in case.
Where do you want to go? You want to go to Nevada? No, I don't want to go to Nevada. There's not enough woods in case I have to shit.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of Presbyterian churches out there?
It could have been any church, by the way. It could have been any church. It could have been any church. I don't care. If you have a good crapper,
you only trap Presbyterians to have clean churches?
Right.
I don't know.
He's not going to one of them. He's not taking a shit in one of them Pentecostal churches.
What about a Catholic church, Greg?
Well, no, I would have been chased. I would have been chased out of the cat. I would have been chased out, man. The nuns would have saw. No, we're not bringing.
What about a mosque?
I don't know. No. Okay, I got to stop this right now. Derek, Derek, what if it was your church that I took a crap in and I stuck up? Would they be okay with it, or would they have forgiven me, or no?
Hey, the Lord forgives
shot
everyone.
you in the face, man, at that redneck.
The Lord
church.
loves everyone, yeah.
That's probably the Pentecostal one I'm talking about. I bet Derek holds rattlesnakes at church. Is there rattlesnakes at church, Derek?
I haven't seen any yet.
One time I farted in Sunday school and my mom got pissed at me, but hey, you got to go.
Two guys, one church. I'm not. You shit in a cup, Greg. You can just do whatever the fuck you want with it. It ain't coming over this way.
Yeah.
That's one Greg, one cup, all alone.
But seriously, I was in a panic situation. I was trying to sit on the steps, hold my cheeks together, but man, those things were fighting through me, man. And like, hey, man, we coming for you.
Them demons are
demons, right? Release the demons
in a church.
That's why he had to poop.
Well, no, I had to call my brother-in-law. I could tell he was pissed off over the phone.
Oh my God!
I'm like, yeah, JB, you're good, bro. He's like, okay. Well, I mean, hey, look at it as a compliment, JB. If you're watching this, be glad I didn't crap in your car, man.
Greg, your mission is to call that Pentecostal church, not Pentecostal, Presbyterian church, and see how much it is just to get the video footage of the first person to go in that bathroom after you left.
I put it. Who knows? This surveillance camera. The surveillance camera probably would have caught. I heard a meeting going on, but like you guys said, probably what's the chance?
There's a whole meeting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I heard someone talking. It doesn't mean it was a. I heard somebody talking, but I didn't want to go say to the person. What are you supposed to say? Hey, man. Thank God service wasn't going on that night.
You go, hey, man. My name's Kermit the Frog, and I fuck Miss Piggy. Plus, I like to take a shit here if that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, everybody! I'm gonna take a shit right now. Go fuck yourself and all that.
Now Karen is mad at Lloyd because he went in during the meeting and dropped a big old deuce, and she had to clean up after him.
Like
you're just causing all this turmoil at church.
Like somebody's in confessional, and all of a sudden they hear Machine Shits Kelly in the back room just fucking blowing it up. You know
what the hell's that, Chop?
Man, I tell you what,
somebody in the confessional, and that's what they hear.
That's
oh my gosh, Machine Shits Kelly.
Yeah, no, I was freaking out, man. I was washing my hands and I was doing this, doing that. I'm like,
the audio, Greg, at the Presbyterian Church.
That's about right.
Exactly what it says.
That's pretty much right.
Oh God.
Well,
man, I have my headphones. I have my earphones on.
Dude, you don't even want to know how that. You know, that's not a sound effect, man.
You know what I should have done was I should have recorded myself. I should have recorded myself leaving the church. This is Greg Luther from the Bruise Network. I'm out of the church right now. I'm sneaking out.
You mean rally around the natty?
Rally around the natty.
I had to rally in the toilet. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah. Rally around the toilet bowl.
Here at Bengals and Brews, we're due for at least one good shit talk a year.
Yep, and you got it.
I think last time it might have been with Shane Graham too.
There you go.
Hey, I get that audio. Me and one of the security guards at work record ourselves shitting and send it to each other.
Well, no, I did one in a church library one. Well, no, I was pissed off one time because here's one thing about me also y'all need to know. I cannot stand going into a restroom when there's someone going right next to me in the stall. I can't stand that. What I want to do at work is put out of order while I'm taking a dump because I like to be by myself. I hate it when other people are next to me. It drives me nuts. I go to the Madeira Library one time. Some old man is in there. I keep going in and out thinking, hey, man, get out of there. Even though the stall right next to me is available. I'm like, dude, please just get the hell out of here now. And I'm this close to saying, would you finish the hell up so I can have the place to myself?
Oh, I got a guy at work, though, have a conversation with you while you're in there.
Dude, I would tell him to F off. I'm like, dude.
Look, this one's me. See? Watch.
Oh, God.
Here's one for old times and Hospital Appreciation Week. Ooh, that's nice.
So Dale, should this still be titled something else?
Do you want in
I
on
was
this?
thinking
Harold and Kumar.
Do you want in on this, Dale? Should I send you the videos too, and you can send some back?
I'm good.
So Dale, can we call this? We'll call this the tight end shit show.
It is a shit show, that's for sure.
This is a shit show.
Yeah, hey, Dale, you asked.
You did ask for grace.
You opened the door
God.
for me, and I let the shit in, man. You opened the door, buddy.
I did.
Who knows when you told Greg, you said, "What's your story about God?"
What's your story about God? I did not
realize. Speaking of God, yeah,
we were going to go down this particular path.
Yeah.
What's your story about God?
What's your story?
Well, anyway, I gotta go pick the kids up, but I just want to.
Well, Greg dropped them off.
Yeah, I dropped the kids off at the pool just not too long ago.
I most likely will not be on Friday. We are going back to Biltmore Thursday. So.
Fucking rich. This son of a bitch is so rich. He's going back to his rich, fancy place. Rich bastard.
I don't know if it's not really that fancy. I mean,
is it more fancy than Portsmouth, Ohio?
It is.
Isn't it that same place you took Sarah to last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fancy as fuck, man.
Yeah,
he was telling us how fancy it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to leave early because the kids were sick, and we ended up not really getting to enjoy it as much. So we're taking the kids with us this time. That way, if they're sick, they're going to have to deal with it.
You'll probably enjoy it a lot more with the kids there.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just get someone to watch the kids, and then you could actually,
Derek was like, "Hey, Sarah, do you want to have one of those no sex vacations?"
She was like, "I would love
sign me up.
Yeah.
That's the only kind I actually enjoy with you, Derek.
Yeah. She's like, "Hell yeah, I'd much rather have them kids there than have some of that dick."
Facts.
We're going there for a couple of days, and then we're going to finish the weekend off with Gatlinburg, one of my favorite places to go to.
So I'll take
Make sure you go to the Apple Barn.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to the show Friday, are you?
Apple Barn, fried chicken. Right? It'll just be in the car.
Gatlinburg is more my style. You know, that's where the white trash folks live. And then Biltmore, that's more Sarah because she's bougie.
I would have never guessed.
We have meth in Portsmouth. I don't know why people don't visit more often.
I would have never guessed when Derek laid out two places. One was bougie and one was redneck as fuck, that Derek would have picked the redneck as fuck place that he liked the best.
Never could have guessed that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Derek's like, I only don't live in a mobile home because Sarah's bougie.
Derek, Crip said,
this right here.
Tell Sarah he'll take her somewhere fancy.
I'm getting that just for Biltmore.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, pinkies out, everybody.
Well, Crip wants to take Sarah somewhere fancy in Myrtle Beach.
The Gator Farm.
He wanted you to know that here.
Derek can't compete with that.
All right. Hey, we'll be close by. Just swing on by.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do got meth in Hamilton.
All right, I'll see y'all.
Industry says Crip actually has a tan.
Kisses.
See you, buddy.
See you, bro.
Well, T-Bowls, you can go down and visit Crip Keeper.
There you go. You can visit Crip. He will not let you get a picture taken with him.
Yeah, reveal Crip's identity for us.
But he may try to have sex with your wife.
He will.
Just saying.
He'll fuck your wife, but there'll be no pictures.
Just so you're aware.
He'll also, while he's fucking your wife, call her Sarah, most likely.
Definitely will call her Sarah.
Yeah. And he'll laugh at that. Out loud.
All right. Well, this shit show is sponsored by Midwest Best Barbecue and 50 West Brewery. 6-way action.
There you go.
God dang. Man. Tyler's going all in, I guess. Huh. There's only 6 ways.
I don't know. I guess
is Crip bringing someone too? I think it's a 5-way thing going on.
Maybe we're all going. I don't know.
Maybe Greg with his mouth full of cheese. Someone stick it in there like sticking your dick into a pile of warm cheese in someone's mouth.
6-way.
6-way.
All right. Well, this has been a Weird Monday show.
That's right. We'll be back for a Weird Friday show.